Today's video, we're going to talk about the Saiyan hybrids, which is Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and why there's so much differences between these characters and their power. It's almost like when we got to introduce to Gohan, it was always like he had this hidden power, and we always wondered, is it just something that is applied to as well for Goten and Trunks, even though we did not see the same characteristics when it came to Goten and Trunks. It could have been possibly because they lived more peaceful lives than what Gohan had to go through, starting from a very young age of like 4 years old, and that could play a factor. But we're gonna do some analyzing just to see like some differences, because yes, we do know the Saiyan hybrids, they do have access to more power and higher potential than just, pure blooded Saiyans. So as we can see, Goten and Trunks were able to unlock Super Saiyan at a younger age than Gohan. But it always seems that Gohan always just had that, ability to just rage out and get stronger. But the thing is, it could just also just be a thing based on the personality of these characters, that it could be a chance that Goten and Trunks can still have this same type of ability as well. It's just the only thing is we never really got Goten and Trunks to really get put into that position to do so. You get what I'm saying? They always kept them inside like a playful range, whereas with Gohan, it was never really that. It was always serious, and it was always real from the second that we got introduced to Gohan. He got kidnapped, you know what I'm saying? He had to fight his uncle, and then watch his dad pass away and pretty much go train with an alien who pretty much was trying to kill his father, and for a whole year live out in the wilderness and pretty much train, and then pretty much go and fight two more Saiyans that's more powerful than his father and his uncle at the time, and pretty much fight for the fate of the earth. And then after that, have to go off outer space and pretty much try to bring back all their friends and fight an even stronger alien. So it's just like, it's been back-to-back, troubles for Gohan, whereas in, Trunks and Goten kind of had time just to grow up as kids and enjoy being kids and just, being free, which, is a total different lifestyle from both of them, like, from what Gohan had to go through. So it could still be a possibility that, Goten and Trunks can have this. Unfortunately, in the series, we didn't get any focus really too much on them, besides in the Buu saga with them learning how to do the fusion and becoming Gotens. But as far as like individual, like Goten and Trunks getting something to, develop their power and strength so they can help out in the fights, we haven't gotten that. And there's still a possibility that they can still have that access to just becoming stronger off of hybrids. Now, on the other hand, as we look at a character like Future Trunks, he didn't have this as well with Gohan. The only time we've seen something like this was the Super, with him unlocking this Super Saiyan Rage transformation, which is still unexplained, and it kind of feels just like out of the blue a little bit. So it's kind of like, there's some hints to it, but now with Gohan, I feel like some things are part of because he's a hybrid, but at the same time, I also feel like Gohan is also a special case in this matter, where he might just be able to just, not be like the average Saiyan or Saiyan hybrid. And that's the reason why he has that, type of potential. So I think it's a little bit of both, and because it's like we're kind of seeing that, and just like I said, everything how he grew up. Now, like I said, it's still a possibility that, of course, Goten and Trunks may have something similar, but I think it's also just the personality wise of them, because they're a little bit different in personality from what Gohan is. Gohan is a little bit he's more gentle spirit, whereas in Goten, he's gentle spirit, but he's a little bit, as a kid, he's a little bit more like Goku and how his carefree, attitude is. So it's a little bit slightly different. The only thing is he haven't shown that he has that craving to, like, for battle in the later. So it's like It's still time for that to develop. But those are just slight differences, and I think this is something that's interesting because, like I said, it was always wondering like why Gohan always it just had this like super potential. And like I said, you always wonder like for the other hybrids, like I said, for Goten and Trunks, and even for other characters like Pan and Bra. You get what I'm saying? So it's of course we don't see much fighting from Bra, but Pan definitely starts to train and wants to fight and everything like that. But we do see some things about someone like Pan being able to stand up to some of these characters who is super strong in GT. So there is little clues about the hybrids being strong, but like I said, I think with Gohan is that it's partially he's a hybrid, but also I think partially Gohan himself just has this special unique power that's unique to his character as well, besides just being a hybrid. And that's the reason why he's able to just kind of have these different type of boosts. Now, like I said, granted, maybe things would be slightly different if we got characters like Goten, who's in that same situation, and what his outcome would have been. But as we look at with Future Trunks, it gets tricky to use Future Trunks as an example because he grew up in the same type of dangerous circumstances as like Gohan was. But the only difference is that even future Gohan, he doesn't gain as much power as the present Gohan does in his timeline. So that's always been weird. And even they try to explain this theories about a big factor is that future Gohan not having Goku around to pretty much guide him and train him to help him kind of like master his power a little bit more better, which I think that also does play a big factor as well. Which there's still a lot of other issues with the future timeline because there could have been so much done to fend off the androids in that timeline, which I feel like building a time machine was just really like something that was I think it would have been more logical for Bulma to try to build a spaceship to actually go find new Namek to try to get the Dragon Balls than to actually, use a time machine. But that's a topic for another video. But like I said, on this video, it's just when it comes to Gohan and Goten and Trunks and these hybrid Saiyans, that yes, I think that, there is a difference between Gohan and Goten and Trunks. But I also think it's also partially too that they're hybrids and they have access to these powers as well. So, drop a like at the bottom. Let us know what you guys think about this topic. And, do you think that Goten and Trunks could have the same effects as like what Gohan has, like, as far as like the potential and their power? Or do you think that it's something different completely? Or is maybe a little bit of both? I think it's just a little bit of both. That Gohan has the, of course, being a hybrid, but also I think that Gohan himself just has, he has his own unique power to himself that helps him, like, grow and become strong, which makes him kind of like his own legendary Saiyan in a sense compared to any other Saiyans, because the things that he has done, he's been able to pull off things different. Even like I said, even if I want to compare Future Trunks, stuff is like slightly different. So tell us what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Follow us over on Twitter at the Power Up 99. Of course, TikTok, the Power Up 99 as well. You know what I'm saying? We drop daily videos. You know what I'm saying? You guys can tweet me over on Twitter and give us, if you want to hear more videos about Dragon Ball or Naruto or any other things, you can tweet us out, tell us what you guys want us to cover, and we'll try to get to all you guys. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple people that that send out great ideas, and we do sit there and we would try to discuss and give you guys our theories and information and stuff about the series and updates on what's to come as well. So like I said, don't forget, hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next video. Check out, we got daily shorts that drop on a regular, so check those out. And and tell us what you guys think. We want to hear your opinions in the comments and stuff like that. And we want to hear some of you guys' ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your theories? Is this something for everyone to just have some fun and pretty much kind of just tell us you guys what you guys think and what might happen next, or why certain things on the show. Of course, we know the writers, of course, would make certain things, but there's a lot of plot holes in some of these things too as well, and unanswered questions. So we would like to hear about those.